Hi, Patrick Brown here with Latitude 64 in the beautiful Golden Gate Park. Gonna do an in the bag. I've had a few inquiries, so I was just gonna try to hype you people to some stuff I'm using right now. Still trying to go through the works and get stuff beat in to see what I really like. But for now, we'll just start with putters. I putt with shields, two that are slightly beat in, and more of my main putters. This is more in the wind or throwing. I'm also fighting right now between a Mercy or a Warden for drift putts or drift throws and stuff, little left to rights. So these are kind of in the bag working its way. The Mercy's kind of beating out the Warden for now. Then thanks to Dave and Dio for getting me on the Cenis. This thing's money right here. Approaches, putting in heavy wind, and definitely for throwing. It's very accurate and it doesn't do a lot of skipping and stuff. So I really like that. We'll go on to mid-ranges. Been using a Suspect for a little bit straighter with a lot more fade and slower for distance control. Really liking that. Thanks to Johnny for getting me on the Fuse. I'm using this for, straight down pipes or long left to rights. This thing works out really well for holding Annies. I've even rolled it before and it rolls good, so I like that. A Truth, really liking the old Truth. This is a hybrid from back in the day. I'd given it to a friend of mine, and he actually gave it back when I got on the team, so I'd have some slightly beat in. This is one of my trusty discs. You can get a little left to right drift out of it. It's really fast. It seems to go a long way. Really easy, not as so stable, not as so much overstable. And then after that, I throw Verdicts. It's not as windy here as like some of the Kansas stuff, so I don't have a Justice. But I'm going between two Verdicts. This hybrid's a little more overstable. This one's a lot straighter and starting to get beat in. And you can throw them up to like 370 and stuff, so accurate straight lines. What's next?
We got fairways.
I guess a Fury's kind of a fairway driver. I have a Fury. A lot of people recommended me this for the rollers. Real technical wood shots, super flippy, but controllable. Really liking this for rollers, quick turnover rollers. I use this a lot. After that, Johnny St. Pro. This is just, wow. It's really straight, but if you crack it on Annie, it will keep Annie getting extra distance and over the 400 and stuff. Also got to thank Preston. I was out at Memorial this year and I needed a more stable roller, and he handed me this. Got it signed by Johnny.
Nice.
After that, I got to thank Dave for making these recycled Sparks. I'm rocking 3 different ones with a little Drew Gibson on it for love of the homie.
Nice.
The blue one's 170 and slightly beat in. I've thrown this more than any of the other ones, so this one's like my drift. A little more drift, late drift than the St. Pro, but getting really good shots out of it. I've been really surprised. I threw it a lot all over the US Masters and stuff. This is the one I was throwing at US Masters. This is kind of getting beat into a straight one. And this one's overstable, brand new. I just started throwing it this weekend, just in case the wind comes up or something and you do want a little hyzer. Really liking these. They've got great distance on them and they're very controllable. After that, I throw a Felon. Just a little bit more overstable, not so piggish, hoggish, whatever. It'll hang lines if you crank it, but it definitely has more fade than the Sparks. So that's always in the bag. Just big hyzers and stuff. Sidearms too. This thing's really controllable, I feel, for a lot of approaching and stuff. Whew, high speed. I've got a few in the bag right now that I'm just trying to get worked in, but culverin I've been using in wood shots, long up to 450, really accurate straight lines, tiny bit of sit up. You know, if you've got crosswind, you can get it to fade and do some S-ing. Really been liking this Frisbee a lot. Helps replace a lot of things from my previous bags. To that, I'm rocking some enforcers, but the defenders are kind of beating them out a little bit. I've got both of these beat in a little bit so I can sidearm these. And just big hyzers, long, huge S-flex shots when you try to get over 500. Really liking those for a long time now, my whole 9 months. But the defenders for me have been working a little bit better. So I have a really beat one. This one I could flip, I could roll, I could do a lot of stuff with it. It's really hard to get a disc that beat in such a small time, but I took it to a wooded course and gave it a full day. So that's really nice. I'm really liking the defender for distance. It helped me win the St. Jude's event. I just got these, and this helped me get hole 1 at that course, which is pretty hard to get to the basket and be there for a drop-in. Started using these fusions instead of the biofusion because they keep a little bit more of their stability, and this was my distance disc for the US Masters. In the video I've thrown this everywhere. And the next version is a little bit domier, the Lucid, but they come in a little bit dome, a little bit harder, more pop top. This is, yeah, I could crank on this to get as much distance as I need in wind control. So really like that. And last but not least, the Giant. I was looking for the Lava Giants and everything, but I'm new to the team and that stuff's old on the press. So I found these Elastos with a little bit of pop top to them. They're actually overstable. Like, you can crank it away and it will come back for you. So working these in, this also helped me win St. Jude's out on the golf course. You know, really trying to push 500 shots that are accurate, 450 to 500 controlled, and really liking that. So I'm Patrick Brown, and that's what's in my bag.
Cool.
So big props to Latitude 64, Dave Felberg, and everybody for giving me a chance. Hope I'm doing you guys proud. Look forward in the future.